I'm just a guy named Lake Carver, neither hot nor cold, always quiet, unnoticed by anyone. No matter how hard I try, how fiercely I fight, the outcome always remains the same. Just when I was ready to accept my fate as it was, I joined a reality show. Unexpectedly, during an interview with the host, I suddenly shot to fame. Do you think college life is better, or was high school life better? Hearing the question, I froze for a moment. How could they air something like that? Still, I managed to stammer that college was better. The host and everyone present were stunned. The host's face flickered with a hint of panic. I'm asking about college life versus high school life. Which one do you think is better? At that, my head buzzed loudly. My face instantly flushed red. With an awkward laugh, I said, "What I meant was, I think college life as a student is better." The host nodded, his smile a bit forced. You have to understand, this was a live romance show. Not long ago, my manager had secured me a spot on it, warning me sternly to watch my words on air. Truth be told, I understood his concern. Because of this mouth of mine, I'd been bashed online until I was nearly charred to ash. So in the first 2 episodes, I played it safe. If I could avoid speaking, I didn't speak. But in this episode, during the weekly wrap-up, everyone had to take part in an interview. It wasn't really an interview, just casual chit-chat. I was the first to be interviewed. Because of me. Even though the pay for this show was pitifully low, my manager had to wine and dine for half a month to negotiate my spot. It was a success, because this show had invited the award-winning actress Willow Smoke. You should know Willow Smoke starred in countless films, but she rarely appeared on reality shows, let alone a romance show like this. Willow Smoke, only 28, already an award-winning actress. A shining example in the entertainment industry, a legend in the eyes of her fans. But a talented, outstanding woman like her had never been linked to any romantic rumors or relationships. Even the paparazzi tailing her relentlessly couldn't snap a single shot of her alone with any man her age. This made people start to wonder if she might have some kind of issue, especially 2 months ago, when a reporter caught her visiting the gynecology department. She was in there for just a few minutes and came out holding a blank sheet of paper. That sparked immediate speculation. The incident seemed to confirm Willow Smoke's issue. Her online comment sections were flooded with fans' words of comfort and white candles from passers-by. Who could understand how such a beauty could have a problem? For days, I practically lived online, waiting for Willow Smoke to explain herself. But after days of waiting, she never clarified anything. I gradually accepted the reality. Truth be told, I was once a fan of Willow Smoke, the kind of fan who idolized her. So I always adored her. Who would have thought that 2 months later, she'd join this romance show? I couldn't comprehend it. I was utterly shocked. Why would she join a romance show? And I as lucky as if I'd won the lottery. Got to film this romance camp with Willow Smoke. I desperately wanted to exchange a few words with my idol. But this was a live show. And with my issues and my manager's plan, after filming 2 episodes with her, we hadn't spoken more than 3 sentences. Until today, after the interview, today's live broadcast ended. Because of my slip-up, my heart pounded with anxiety. Once the broadcast cut off, I hurriedly slipped into the makeup room. I didn't even know if my manager had watched the live stream. I was sure I'd get an earful. As I rushed in head down, berating myself, I reached the makeup room door, but hadn't opened it yet, when I heard a familiar voice inside. Willow Smoke had beaten me to the makeup room. Long legs really make a difference. Before I could marvel further, her calm voice echoed through the door, loud enough to reach Fifth Avenue. If already said, I joined this show for myself. After she spoke, there was a brief silence inside. Then she continued speaking to me. I won't be pairing up with him for publicity. Wait a second, pairing up? Willow Smoke was on the phone. Who was she planning to pair up with? My gossip-loving soul ignited. Unable to resist, I pressed my ear to. Soon enough, I heard her voice tinged with amusement. He's cold a whale. So what? Everyone knows I'm cold a whale. If I pair up with him, can I make it work? My goodness, what did I just hear? Hearing it online is one thing, but hearing it straight from her mouth was a completely different feeling. I knew I should leave immediately. but I was too shocked and excited to move. Then I felt the door I was leaning against starting to pull away from me. If I wasn't moving, there was only one possibility. I looked up dazed. Willow Smoke's exquisite beautiful face, with a hint of surprise, came into view. I thought this time I'm done for. I watched her face turn expressionless. Forcing a smile, I said, "Miss Willow." "What a coincidence." Willow Smoke seemed to smile too, but her words carried no trace of amusement. "A coincidence, Vincent? I wouldn't dare move." Finally, I felt sweat breaking out, blurring even my eyebrow makeup. Trembling, I opened my mouth. "I just got here. I didn't hear anything, honest." Willow Smoke smiled gently. "Why would you say that?" "I didn't say anything scary for others to hear." I froze for a moment, nodding quickly. Right. "You didn't say anything. I didn't hear anything." She nodded, satisfied, looking at me with narrowed eyes. "You're that artist with the head full of blonde hair on stage earlier." I felt like collapsing. Great, I left a terrible impression on my idol. I quickly clarified, "It's not what you think." But before I could finish, I was interrupted. A cold voice sounded behind me. "Willow Smoke, aren't you doing the interview?" I turned and saw a top-tier star, Charles Hudson, arms crossed, expressionless, staring at Willow Smoke. Oh, there was definitely something between them. In these 2 episodes, even though I was practically invisible, this romance show was full of drama. Take Charles Hudson and Willow Smoke for example. Both are megastars among megastars. Before coming here, rumors said they definitely knew each other, but they'd never been photographed alone together. According to insider leaks, there was always another girl with them, but no one knew who she was. Some said she was their shield. Others said she was their mutual best friend. The wildest rumor was that she was Willow Smoke's other lover. After all, monogamy isn't impossible. I'd only heard these as rumors, but from what I was seeing now, there was definitely something between these two. Charles Hudson in these 2 episodes always tried to stick close to Willow Smoke, but she always found excuses to brush him off. And yet Charles Hudson, when rejected, didn't seem to care much. He remained calm. It was strange that there had to be something going on. I tried to minimize my presence, hoping to watch the drama unfold a bit. Willow Smoke didn't even glance at him. "It's none of your business." Charles Hudson didn't get mad either. Still with that cold expression, he said, "You don't want to pair up with me." It suddenly clicked for me. So the person she was talking about pairing up with was him. Willow Smoke pursed her lips. "I have no intention of being anyone's tool." Charles Hudson unexpectedly laughed. "You've been a tool plenty of times." Willow Smoke smiled. "That's why I don't want to help anymore." What were they talking about so cryptically? Charles Hudson dropped his smile, returning to his initial cold demeanor. "Think it over. This isn't just for mites, for you too. For that matter, haven't you always struggled to clear your name?" Clear her name? What matter could they be clearer? I was getting impatient. Willow Smoke shrugged. "I don't need your help. Besides, I can't pair up with you." "Don't be so sure," Charles Hudson said. "I hear more and more people are talking about that matter. It's getting harder to suppress. Across the ocean, in the country of and people are already gossiping." "You're really famous," Charles Hudson said casually. Willow Smoke froze for a moment, but quickly replied, "Even so, I don't need to pair up with you." Her gaze swept over, landing on me. She pointed at me. "He'd be fine though." I pointed at myself, stunned. "Who, me?" "No way, I was just here for the drama." Why was I getting dragged in? "What's your name again?" Willow Smoke looked at me, licking her lips. I pursed my lips, a bit speechless. So the award-winning actress, after 2 episodes, didn't even know my name, and she still pulled me in as a shield. I was angry, but didn't dare say it. Like a servant answering an emperor, I respectfully said, "Yes, my name is Summer Strong." "No, I mean Summer Strong." She repeated it nonchalantly. Charles Hudson suddenly spoke up beside her. "Are you sure?" Willow Smoke nodded. Charles Hudson said nothing more, turning to walk into the lounge. As soon as he left, Willow Smoke smiled at me. "Keep everything you heard a secret, okay?" Without waiting for my reaction, she left. Hey, why was everyone so casual about leaving? So was I involved in this or not? The pairing thing was probably just a joke, right? Whatever. She probably just said it offhand. This drama was less satisfying than I'd hoped. At the same time, social media exploded. My college comment predictably hit the trending searches. The moment my manager saw me, I swear I saw sparks in his eyes. Summer Strong, can you use your brain for once? What's in that head of yours? I covered my ears. Mr. Bright, calm down. It wasn't on purpose. It's not my fault, it's that host. His question was inherently misleading. Misleading my foot. This was live. Who asks questions like that? You should have known better, even thinking with your toes. Didn't you suspect anything? Well, I did think about it, but it was just a fleeting thought. It flashed in from the left and out from the right. I'm done with you. Can't you make my life easier? Looking at the few white hairs on Mr. Bright's head, I sighed. Mr. Bright, after this show ends, why don't you manage some newbies? Stop managing me. Seeing me like this, he softened. Fine, you're good. It's just that no one's seen your potential yet. Don't give up. He haven't given up on you. Keep pushing. He pinched my cheek. I dramatically yelped, overwhelmed with emotion. Mr. Bright, that hurts. Gentle, gentle. He laughed, then gave me a few more random instructions before leaving to start filming the next episode. A week had passed since that interview, but the online live comments still had plenty of people calling me the blondie-haired artist. Even so, this time, it gave me a decent amount of fame. Truth be told, quite a few passers-by found me funny. Some even defended me, saying I brought good energy to the show. It wasn't much, but I was still thrilled. This episode officially entered the pairing phase, basically forming couples to create content for the show. The first 2 episodes were about getting acquainted. From this episode, there'd be couple-related content. After all, it's a romance show. This episode's theme was a spring outing, something like free pairing, choosing your own camping location, spending 2 days and 1 night together at the campsite. Each campsite had different challenges. 6 people total, forming 3 couples through free choice. Initially, I thought, as a small-time star like me, I shouldn't choose first. I'd wait for everyone else to pair up, and someone would end up with me. But things didn't go as planned. Willow Smoke, seeing Charles Hudson walking toward her, in an instant locked onto my position and headed straight for me. Summer Strong, can I pair with you? My goodness, sister, lower your voice, I'm scared. She shouted like that, and every eye in the studio turned to me. I could already imagine what the live comments would say. At the same time, the live comments, Willow Smoke has lost it. She chose to pair with him. Brother Charles was already walking toward her. Oh my gosh. What did Summer Strong give the award-winning actress? The cold wheel and the blondie-haired guy. This is gonna be interesting. The one who said it hit the nail on the head. I closed my eyes, thinking I'd die for a moment, nodding with a forced smile. Who was I to refuse the award-winning actress? Truth be told, I was kind of happy. I was just afraid of being the center of attention, because every time it was because I'd messed something up. Seeing me nod, Willow Smoke stepped closer. She smiled, eyes narrowing. Are you scared of me? Of course, I didn't admit it, shaking my head firmly. No way. Why would you be scared of me? I said, I'm not scared of you. I'm not scared of you. I just think I should respect you. I answered carefully. Hearing this, Willow Smoke's face turned serious. Am I that old? I quickly explained. That's not what I meant. Then stop calling me miss. From now on, just call me by my name. I nodded. All right, all right. She stared at me for 2 seconds, then suddenly reached out to turn off my mic and hers. Softly, she said, this is just a show. You don't need to be so nervous. Relax a bit, it'll feel much better. And you don't need to hide your presence. Just be yourself. I froze, then quietly replied, thanks, I'll try. Willow Smoke and I ended up choosing the livestock farm, mainly because she absolutely refused to choose. Picking the campsite meant going together, but she waited until everyone else had chosen. Reluctantly, she followed me to pick up the campsite card. In the end, only the livestock farm was left. Just hearing the name, you knew it wasn't a great place. Sure enough, when we arrived, it was indeed a livestock farm, full of ducks. Willow Smoke's face darkened the moment we got there. Her beautiful face was covered in storm clouds. The production team sure knew how to pick a spot. I pursed my lips, muttering complaints under my breath. It's because you were so slow. I urged you so many times. You brought this on yourself. She narrowed her eyes. What did you say? I forced a smile. Nothing. I said the production team picked a terrible place. The live comments when we stepped into the livestock farm didn't stop. Haha, Willow Smoke must be losing it. Everyone knows she's terrified of ducks. Award-winning actress. I clearly heard Summer Strong grumbling behind your back. I'm dying laughing. Who goes on a date at a livestock farm? Actress Willow really brought this on herself. The task at the farm was definitely animal-related. The moment we received the task card, Willow Smoke's expression never improved. As her fan, I obviously knew she was scared of ducks. The task wasn't too hard. The two of us had to make a lavish dinner together. The dinner had to include a beer-braised duck dish, and we had to catch the duck ourselves. The key point was catching the duck ourselves. That was the challenge. Willow Smoke definitely couldn't do it, so it was up to me. I patted her shoulder with determination. You wait here, I'll go catch a duck. She frowned and refused. Come back here. I shook my head. She was speechless. You sound so confident. Then why don't you catch it? She pushed me. You wait here. Go quick and come back. I smirked slightly. So Willow Smoke had this side to her too. Willow Smoke always cold and aloof, with a proud, straightforward image. Seeing this side of her unexpectedly gave me a strange feeling. Alright, I'm going. You've got the hard job. I said that, but actually doing it was a bit tough, because I'd never caught a duck either. I completely failed to catch one. So a little mishap happened. The duck in my hands struggled fiercely, watching its feet flail. Duck poop nearly splattered my face. I couldn't hold on and let go. The moment I did, the duck flew up, heading straight for Willow Smoke. Outside the duck pen, she was watching the chaos. Seeing me, her face changed instantly. She turned and ran. The duck for some reason went crazy, chasing after Willow Smoke. Seeing this, I rushed out to chase the duck. Then the scene unfolded. I was chasing the duck, shouting, "Duck, duck, duck, don't run." Willow Smoke ran ahead screaming, "Duck, duck, duck, don't chase me." The duck quacked wildly. The live comments were laughing hysterically. This is too funny. It's like Summer Strong is chasing Willow Smoke, calling her a duck. Willow Smoke clarify who the duck is. I'm dying laughing. I don't know how I finally caught that suicidal duck, but I got it and the chaos ended. That comedic nightmare. Willow Smoke, hair disheveled from running, panting, glared at the duck in the cage. "Tonight you're done for," she snapped. Willow Smoke was scared of ducks, so naturally I had to handle the killing too. While killing the duck, she didn't dare watch and went to prepare other dishes. This made me much more comfortable, but I'd never killed a duck either. In the end, with the farm owner's help, we finished processing the duck by afternoon, but the cooking was all Willow Smoke. I'd heard she was a great cook, but I didn't expect her to be that good, especially the beer-braised duck. It was perfection in color, aroma, and taste. I couldn't help myself and ate a bit too much. The thing is, while eating, I forgot one detail. I can't handle alcohol. Basically a drop of liquor and am drunk. I was so hungry then I ate without thinking. Then tragically I realized after eating that I was drunk. Willow Smoke and I had discussed sharing some of the food with the farm owner. The two of us couldn't eat it all, but Willow Smoke's cooking far exceeded my expectations, so most of the food ended up in my stomach. Take the beer-braised duck for example. I ate nearly the whole plate, and as expected I got drunk. So facing today's chef, I blurted out, "Willow Smoke, even if you're a cold whale, your duck cooking is top tier." Willow Smoke was just putting a piece of potato in her mouth. Hearing me, the potato fell straight onto the table. She frowned at me. Summer Strong. I grinned, eyes squinting. I'm serious. In telling the truth, don't be too upset. Being a cold whale isn't a big deal. It's fine. Besides that, you're outstanding in so many ways. You'll always like you. Don't be sad, okay? I even raised my hand to give a thumbs up, but I think I accidentally raised the middle finger. That's a story for later. I only remember Willow Smoke's face looking bad. She shouted at the crew, "Cut the feed, cut the feed. Don't you see Hayes drunk? Keep airing and we'll have a disaster." That night, I hit the trending searches again. This time I dragged Willow Smoke with me. I dominated 12 trending topics, everyone with my name. The next morning sober, I opened my phone and was nearly blinded by the flood of notifications. The scariest was the 99 missed calls from Mr. Bright and a notification from the chat app. I glanced and saw Willow Smoke requesting to add me as a friend. I calmly set the phone down. I have one strength: whatever I do while drunk, I remember clearly when sober, so I knew I was done for. No surprise, Willow Smoke would probably blacklist me in the industry. I probably couldn't stay in this business anymore. I'd let Mr. Bright down. I was a sinner. Suddenly the phone rang, snapping my near-dead soul back to life. Seeing Mr. Bright on the screen, I took a deep breath, answered and said, "Mr. Bright, don't say anything. I know I'll cover the show's penalty fees myself, and I'll terminate my contract with the company." Before Mr. Bright could speak, I got it out. His voice came through the speaker, trembling slightly. "Summer Strong, listen to me. You're about to blow up." "What, Mr. Bright, what did you say? You're not mad? Get to Willow Smoke's studio right now. She wants to negotiate with you." "What, she's still willing to negotiate with me? Hurry up, they're waiting for you." "Summer Strong, here is the deal. Calm down and listen. Willow Smoke seems to want to pair up with you." "What, wasn't that just a joke?" When I sat across from Willow Smoke, it still didn't feel real. Who could tell me how things escalated to me pairing up with Willow Smoke? Looking closely at the contract in front of me, every word was clear, black and white, but put together I didn't quite understand. Looking at Mr. Bright and Willow Smoke's manager Flame Dawn, they'd already moved ahead, discussing the next steps in detail. I quietly raised my hand, pointing to a clause in the contract. Looking across, Willow Smoke had been staring at me the whole time. Softly I asked, "What does this clause mean?" Willow Smoke glanced down, then looked up at me, smiling lightly. "Don't get it. It's not that I don't get it. It's just that the clause says Party B during the contract period must fully support Party A in breaking the public's perception of Willow Smoke as cold and distant." Willow Smoke sat with her legs crossed, a smile still on her face, but the smile didn't reach her eyes. Her eyes held a touch of coldness. "As the name suggests, Mr. Summer Strong, I didn't expect you to care so much about me." I gave an awkward laugh. "Haha, not really. Last night I was just too hungry, so I forgot myself. I sincerely apologize. I'm guilty. I'm a sinner. Please forgive me. Name your price for emotional damage. I'll pay. But if it's too much, I'll have to owe you first." Willow Smoke's lips curved slightly. "Relax. I don't need your money. Just follow the contract and we're good. If it weren't for you, this wouldn't have spread so far." As she finished, her tone suddenly shifted. She uncrossed her legs, leaned close to me, and whispered, "Hey, how are you so sure I'm cold and distant?" Her beautiful face suddenly loomed large. I froze for a moment, then stammered, "Well, in the lounge. That time you were on the phone, I overheard." At that, a vein twitched on her forehead. "You didn't catch that I was being sarcastic? Fine, since it's come to this, you'd better remember clearly. I'm not cold or distant." She sounded a bit irritated. I was a little scared, nodding quickly. All right, all right." Willow Smoke raised an eyebrow, a bit impatient. "Say it again." "All right. I swear I'll remember. You're not cold or distant." She nodded, satisfied. "That's more like it. And another thing, on the show you said you'd always like me. What did you mean by that? If I didn't know you were drunk, I'd think you were trying to ride my coattails." Willow Smoke said, crossing her legs again, looking at me with interest. My face flushed hot. Compared to everything else, that comment left the deepest impression on me. Suddenly confessing to my idol like that, I organized my words and said, "Actually, I'm your fan." She raised an eyebrow. "That's it." Truth be told, there was one thing I didn't say. I was only a fan of her looks. I hadn't even watched one of her movies. I hoped she wouldn't ask too much, or I'd die of embarrassment. I nodded guiltily. She was quiet for a moment, then smiled happily. "That's normal. Your taste in aesthetics isn't bad." I smiled politely, inwardly grumbling. I didn't expect Willow Smoke to be so narcissistic. Pairing up with me, you must be secretly thrilled. Her sudden comment left me speechless. Thinking of my situation, I quickly replied yes. I'm genuinely thrilled from the bottom of my heart, but you. Why did you suddenly decide to pair up with me? Willow Smoke took a sip from her water glass, then said casually, haven't you seen the trending searches? I nodded. She swiped her phone a few times and handed it to me. Take a look. I took the phone and saw the trending topics as described. Trembling, I clicked One Summer Strong Comforts, Willow Smoke. It was a clip from the romance show. The moment I was drunk, saying those words to Willow Smoke, I remembered that moment, but the live comments were new to me. Help, has Summer Strong lost it? To the person above, I'm a Summer Strong fan. From what I know, Hei's not crazy. Hei's drunk. He gets drunk off a drop of alcohol he basically can't drink. It was probably the beer braised duck. I'm dying laughing. That's a straight up slap in the face. Actress Willow's face was black as a pot. Summer Strong, aren't you embarrassed? Stop pretending. Hei's obviously trying to ride Willow Smoke's coattails, saying she's cold and distant but cooks great duckwo. Wouldn't be shocked. Hei's the guy who answered college. Every line is iconic, but Willow Smoke might not actually be cold and distant. She doesn't seem like it. Exactly, she could clear this up. That was my first reaction. My second reaction was, I never said I didn't care. I care a lot. My mind was a mess of thoughts. When Willow Smoke's voice cut through, what are you thinking? Done looking. RCP's popularity online is huge right now, so pairing up with you is a good choice. Secondly, if you hadn't brought up again on the show that I'm cold and distant, adding more buzz, I wouldn't have rushed to plan this on-screen CP. You need to take responsibility. Finally, the fact that you genuinely think I'm cold and distant is something I can't accept. Where do I even seem like that? I need to show you I'm not cold or distant. Got it, I was wrong. Looking at the childish Willow Smoke across from me, I quietly swallowed the complaints I nearly voiced. Understood, but one more question. If you're not like that, why not just clear it up directly? She paused for a moment, then said lightly, even if I clarified, not everyone would believe it. People only believe what they see. Instead of clarifying, it's better to prove them wrong with actions. Pairing up can make them believe I'm not cold or distant, that I have an on-screen partner. This will gradually blur the public's misconceptions. Simply put, when you have a prettier outfit, you stop wearing the old one. You don't even bother looking at it. As long as the cold and distant narrative stops spreading, that's enough. Plus, because of a certain someone, it's not convenient for me to clarify. Why did it feel like that last certain someone was said through gritted teeth? I didn't say anything. Willow Smoke stood up. Alright. During the show, just follow the CP contract. When the show ends, the contract ends. Let's go. Go, we're back to filming. You think you get a break? The show's still filming. Oh right, I forgot with all this going on. You only remember I'm cold and distant, huh? Get up already. Willow Smoke said to me with a complicated tone, then turned to leave. I hurriedly followed. The next few episodes filmed smoothly. My CP with Willow Smoke kept getting hotter. Finally, I was no longer a nobody, but I was a bit distressed because after signing the contract, physical contact between me and Willow Smoke noticeably increased. Due to the production team's arrangements, Willow Smoke and I were basically a fixed pair, so we completed many tasks together. This episode was filmed at the beach, so everyone was dressed lightly. Willow Smoke wore a white sundress that day. It wasn't a big deal, but her figure was too stunning. As a fan of her looks, with her prancing around in front of me, I nearly drooled. The production team set up a game. Couples faced each other, toes touching toes, pushing each other with their hands. Whoever fell first lost. The loser had to grant the winner one wish. It sounded simple, but standing falsetto face, I was already overwhelmed, and I had to push her. Where was I supposed to push? Her arms, but her dress was sleeveless. Touching her directly didn't feel right. Her chest, no way. I was afraid I'd accidentally grope her and wouldn't be able to explain myself. Fifth, Summer Strong, turn off that dirty mind of yours. Before I could think further, it was our turn. Willow Smoke stood in front of me, less than 50 centimeters away. I could even feel her breath. How was I supposed to do this? Willow Smoke probably noticed I was distracted. She asked softly, "What's wrong? Why is your face red? Sunstroke or feeling unwell?" Looking at her up close, her concern didn't seem fake. She was genuinely worried about me. I shook my head looking at her. Just as I was about to speak, before the words came out, drool came out first. She was making me swoony, knew I was smitten. I'd already thought of the trending headline. Summer Strong drools in front of Willow Smoke. The worst part was my drool landed on Willow Smoke's flip-flops. Since we were so close, I clearly felt her shock and disbelief. I closed my eyes and said sorry. It wasn't on purpose, let me wipe it off. I squatted down to wipe her foot, but before I could touch it, she pulled me up. "What are you doing? It's fine. I just didn't expect your face to be red from embarrassment." Willow Smoke smiled brightly at me. Before I could react, she leaned close to my ear and whispered, "Next time drool over me in private, so people don't think you're a lustful wolf." I ignored her, brushing her hand away. Taking a deep breath, I shouted to the director, "I'm ready. Let's start." After shouting, I pushed her repeatedly without thinking. "Listen, buddy, go big or go home." Who told her to keep teasing me? The live comments exploded again. This couple always has memorable moments. Anyone get it? I get Summer Strong with actress Willow that close. I drool even more than him. Who heard what Willow Smoke whispered to Summer Strong? Why did Summer Strong's eyes go from embarrassed to full of fighting spirit? Every time I push him, scared to death. But I overlooked one thing. Force is mutual. This game required finesse. I pushed too hard. So when Willow Smoke pushed me, I couldn't hold my ground, losing my balance and falling forward. Willow Smoke was unexpectedly pulled down with me, and so I successfully landed on her chest. It felt pretty good. Hehe, Willow Smoke was beneath me. When she spoke, I could even feel her chest vibrate. It was comfy. I nodded instinctively, then quickly realized, changing positions and jumping up. Willow Smoke rubbed her shoulder, smiling brightly from the ground. She pinched me and whispered, "No way. You trying to break my back before I hit the ground? You won't tell me what's your wish?" I froze. I really hadn't thought about what to make her do. Haven't thought of it yet, let me think. Willow Smoke laughed, standing up. "All right. Take your time thinking. I'm serious. Her like this, I really couldn't handle it. Is this how all CP pairings are? It's too easy to fall for someone." After the show, it was interview time again. This interview was uneventful. This time I finally didn't mess up. Since it was a live show, there were only 8 episodes total. The next filming would probably be the finale. Thinking of that, I suddenly felt uneasy. The final filming was 2 weeks after this one. Because of the CP, I'd gotten busier. Invitations for reality shows and scripts were coming in more and more. I hadn't let Mr. Bright down after all. He didn't have to drink to secure resources for me anymore. During those 2 weeks, Mr. Bright got me a guest spot on a popular reality show. As for scripts, there wasn't a suitable schedule yet, and it was hard to adjust. I'd wait until the romance show ended to plan more filming. The night before departure, in the room next door, while packing my luggage, I got a message from Willow Smoke on the chat app. "So thought of your wish yet?" I put down my clothes and replied, "Why are you more eager than I am?" Willow Smoke sent a voice message right away. I smiled and played it. Her calm voice filled the room. "Yeah, I can't wait to grant your wish. So excited." I typed excited. "Super excited." Willow Smoke replied, "Then think it through quickly." The moment I got the message, my stomach growled twice from hunger. At the same time, I thought of what she could do. "I want to eat your cooking again, is that okay?" Right after sending it, I felt the wish was a bit suggestive, but I really wanted to try it. Mainly because Willow Smoke replied so fast. A voice message, but her tone was full of surprise. I suddenly felt this wish might not be the best idea. Just as I was about to message her to change it, I saw her new message. "Of course it's Phoenix, but don't you want something else? Like resources maybe you could ask." She was right. I hadn't thought about asking her for resources, but I didn't need to ask for anything. I wasn't incapable of getting them myself. Before, I was just too invisible with no opportunities. Things were different now. Willow Smoke messaged again quickly. When do you want to eat? Honestly, I wanted to eat right now. But that wasn't practical 2 days from now, okay? Tomorrow want work. Tomorrow I'm shooting a guest spot in Bay City. Not sure if I'll have time. Perfect, I'll cook and bring it to you. Willow Smoke visiting me. This wasn't part of the show's CP contract private CP2. I couldn't handle it. Plus, if she visited me, the set tomorrow would probably explode. No, let's wait until it's over. You don't want me to come that badly. I thought, isn't that obvious? Why would she visit me? But my mouth said no. I just don't want to trouble you. It's no trouble. Before I could reply, she concluded. Alright, it's settled tomorrow, you're filming grist early. Why did it feel like Willow Smoke was overly enthusiastic? An illusion. Definitely an illusion. She just wanted to quickly fulfill this so-called wish. Plus, she forgot to ask what show I was filming. She probably just said it casually. Whatever I do, eat something, pack, and sleep. The filming day was for a chase-style show. It was insanely physical. Halfway through, I felt like I was dying of exhaustion. Near lunchtime, I suddenly noticed the set buzzing. Before I could wonder why, I heard someone say Willow Smoke was here. She actually came. Summer Strong, a familiar voice called from behind. Turning, I saw Willow Smoke, sunglasses on, hat pulled low, standing not far away. Watching her walk toward me, I inexplicably felt nervous, like thousands of ants crawling in my chest. I couldn't feel anything specific, but every scratch brought an indescribable emotion. You really came? How'd you know I was here? I tried to stay calm as I spoke. She smiled. Don't you have a manager? I know how to ask. You didn't tell me when I asked you, so I asked him. Mr. Bright just told her like that. Why didn't he tell me? It's just CP after all. A bit of private interaction would be more convincing. I found an excuse to convince myself, but Willow Smoke didn't respond. Just said, let's go. The food I made is in the car. Willow Smoke's car was parked in the lot outside the filming area. We walked in silence the whole way. I really didn't know what to say. I felt a bit off. And Willow Smoke, she seemed lost in thought too. After a struggle to reach the car, just as I was about to break the awkward silence, I heard Willow Smoke say, careful. Then she pulled me into her arms. A second later, I heard her soft groan. Looking up, I saw Willow Smoke's arm shielding the back of my head. I turned around. Behind me was a guy holding half a brick, his face full of rage, glaring at me. Willow Smoke, you're protecting him. Why are you protecting him? Do you really like him? How could you like him? If he disappeared, wouldn't that be better? But why are you protecting him? The guy's voice screamed hysterically. This was my first time facing something like this. I was a bit scared and confused. Standing there frozen, unsure how to react. Willow Smoke's icy, furious voice rang out above me. You'll pay for what you've done. I'm protecting him because I want to. As for whether I like him, I don't think that's any of your business. After speaking, she groaned softly again. Only then did I react, frowning, urgently asking, are you okay? I'm calling 911 right now. Hold on, don't move yet. Get in the car and sit first. As I opened the car door for her, I pulled out my phone to call 911. Before the call connected, the guy suddenly raised the brick and threw it at Willow Smoke as she was getting in. If that's how it is, you can die too. I don't like you anymore. Without thinking, I stepped in front of her. The brick hit my head. Quickly, I lost consciousness. The 911 call I was dialing connected the moment I passed out. When I woke up, everything was white. My head hurt terribly. Summer Strong, you're in the hospital, you're awake. Who was talking? I looked at the speaker, it was Mr. Bright. Don't say anything. I'm getting the doctor. Mr. Bright rushed off to find the doctor. When I came to, the hospital room suddenly got crowded, including Willow Smoke, who looked a bit thinner. Was it fake, an illusion? Definitely an illusion. This time my spirits were much better. Speaking wasn't hard. What's everyone doing? Standing by my bed without saying a word. Mr. Bright's eyes glistened with tears. You still dare talk? You scared me to death. What's that? I just got famous and you're crying. Don't ruin my momentum. Why are you crying? Miss Willow, why aren't you saying anything? Just staring at might's a bit creepy. Willow Smoke rarely without expression. Spoke seriously, I like you. My goodness, what was happening? Silent until now and then. A bombshell, what was that? Have you lost it, Willow Smoke? I just instinctively shielded you. No need to repay me with your heart. Don't feel too guilty, I'm not guilty during filming. I vaguely felt something was off about myself. When I'm with you, I'm always so comfortable. I love watching you smile, get angry, get shy. Any version of you. I don't want to miss a thing, feelings I've never had before. Even when we're not filming, it's the same. I always want to see you. That's why I'm so proactive. I just want to see you thits liking someone. My gosh, I just woke up and this is so intense. No, confessing now isn't the right time. Willow Smoke paused for a second. Because these past 2 days have been going crazy. We didn't get to eat that meal. From now on, I'll cook for you often, okay? I froze for a moment, then smiled, sure. The day I was discharged, Willow Smoke picked me up to go to her place. Because she'd posted publicly online. Not that we were dating, but that she was pursuing me. The crazed fan was sued by Willow Smoke and sent to prison. The final interview went on as planned. The incident was blown up by the media. Crazed fans aren't fans. Idol chasing isn't starpicking. The trending topic stayed up for a week. Boycott all forms of crazed fandom. Always chase idols rationally. Even the closest light doesn't shine into the darkest hearts. I picked up my phone, clicked on Willow Smoke's post, publicly pursuing Summer Strong. Pretty straightforward. I smiled quietly and liked it. Scrolling down, I saw a hot comment. So is Willow Smoke really a cold whale? I realized I still hadn't asked her that. The paparazzi catching her at the gynecology department, that was that about? I thought for my future happiness, I should ask. I looked at Willow Smoke, who was driving, clearing my throat. Hey, I haven't asked you. That day the paparazzi caught you at the gynecology department. What was that about? Now you remember to ask. That's why people got suspicious. It's not like, oh, I have this friend kind of story. I really do have a friend. Tonight I'll introduce you to Hayes, a pianist. Hayes had kidney issues since childhood. That day I was picking up his report for him. It's not about being a cold whale, just a kidney report. He had reasons he couldn't go himself. If I'd known it'd cause this much trouble, I'd have made him go. I raised an eyebrow. Bad kidneys and cold whale aren't that different. You were willing to go for him. Are you to that close? We grew up together. Me, him, and Charles Hudson. The three of us grew up together. Those three washed that the rumor. No way! I remember you and Charles Hudson had another girl in the photos. She was in the frame a few times. The other girl is the friend you're talking about. Exactly, it's him. They're always fighting and I'm stuck playing peacemaker. Hearing her, it sounds like they're the couple. Congrats, you guessed right. My gosh, for real. But that girl has kidney issues. Isn't Charles Hudson kind of pitiful? Willow Smoke smirked. They're not what you think. What other rumors are there? Tell me everything. Right, you don't have any issues, do you? At that, Willow Smoke's smile turned seductive. Forget it, I believe you. Haha, tell me some rumors later, okay? Depends on your performance. Oh, what's for dinner tonight? Dry fried shrimp, sweet and sour ribs, or spicy chicken? That's it, thanks guys.